Good morning. My name is Fiona from Rensburg and I'm from the portal of Alchemy. And from time to time, I'm guided just to do these live broadcasts in order to share my story, my experiences, and I welcome everyone here today. So I just want to allow people to start connecting. We'll just give it a few moments before I start um, my session. In each session, I'll share a bit of my story. Welcome, welcome. And I'll answer certain questions that I'm drawn to answer and just share some of my life work. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Hello. Morning, morning. Thanks for joining. Good morning, Annette, Pascal. Morning, Simla. Hello. Okay. Morning, Carol. So today's session, the morning, Kerry. Hello. Hi there. So today's session that I'm going to share with you today. Hi, Kerry. Is a part of my life story. And the theme is that everything is not as it seems. Hello, Anya. Um, so it's sometimes we go through different experiences and we're not always aware of the gifts in those experiences, but when we start to see it from a different vantage point, there's always a blessing. I say every adversity has a far greater or equal uh, consequence or benefit. So it's to get to be able to see that. Morning, Erica, Carol. Morning. Um, so the part of my story that I wanted to share, that was one of the reasons for me to start doing my life work. Sorry, my cat has also joined, Electra, my healer cat. I think she really misses my clients as much as they miss her. Um, is the experience that I that was the main reason why I started my life work, and that was Morning Candace. Um, it was just after my divorce. I was in a relationship um, between 2001 and 2004. It was a 3-year karmic relationship. I've had two of those karmic relationships that has been very, very bad. But I had to understand that. So in that relationship, there was a lot of abuse, physical abuse, and mental abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, all kinds of abuse. It was one of my worst experiences. We've gone through lots. I gone through lots. Let's just leave it there. Um, there was various things that was not pleasurable in that relationship. I, but the relationship was very much very high and very low. So the highs would be very high and the lows would be very low. And it felt like I was drawn to this individual, and as if we had to go through this for whatever reasons we had to. And after a 3-year period, it took me 3 years to fall out of love with him, and for him 3 years to fall in love with me, because he didn't realize that I can just love from the start. um, in any case, so it was after the 3-year period, I just felt a click, and it was, I knew that my time was up. my karma was paid. Whatever I had to learn through this experience is done, and I should leave. And I actually phoned my mother-in-law and said, please go and fetch my children. It's time for me to leave. And I did. And I saved myself and my kids from that situation. It was very toxic. It was a narcissist, alcoholic, womanizer, cheat. Yeah. So in hi Frank, thanks for joining. And Nicola. So my sister sometimes will say, please tell people what you do because not everyone knows what you do. So in short, there's very little that I don't do, but meaning I do various healing modalities, but my main aim is an emotional healer. So I heal emotions. I had to understand emotions. I had to go through the different emotions and heal them. Morning, Leah. Thanks for joining. I had to realize how to heal various emotions in order to be able to do it for clients. So I sort of I can recognize the wounds, the emotional wounds in others, and because I've found the ways of healing myself, I'm then enabled to help others, show them the way in how to heal themselves. With the abusive relationship experience, after that period, I, um, I sat down and I wrote letters of what the experience did, the effects that it had on me, all the lies, all the deceit, all the bad that I've gone through now. I wrote it in letters, and in one sitting I wrote 77 pages of everything, all the emotions that just needed to pour out of me. And in doing so, I then folded and for, and I got a Pyrex bowl out of the kitchen, and I was burning it in this Pyrex bowl, but the energies was too hot, and the Pyrex bowl actually broke, and the tiles cracked. And then I realized, okay, when you release certain emotions, they are quite heavy, and best do it in a fireplace. So now, when I suggest to my clients that they write out the issues, the feelings, because it's within you, you need to get it out of your system. Best burn it in a fireplace or fireproof place. Yeah, so what I'm grateful for that experience is that it was a cause of my spiritual awakening. So it's like I drew the line in the sand and I said, okay, no. What went on here? What is my responsibility to that? And how can I change it? How can I change the outcomes? How can I change it to be better? How can I make a difference? How can I avoid this from ever happening again? And I sort of became like a spiritual sponge, and it was just give it to me, give it to me. I went on every breakthrough experience that I could. Went on Baruch's breakthrough experience, went on DiMartini's breakthrough experience, went on Stephen Norwell's breakthrough experience, on every intuitive workshop that I could. I read so many spiritual books. It was like, I just need to remember things that I know. I just need to remember things that I can do. I just, yeah. And so I gathered the information in remembering how to heal, and then was guided to start. I did my course in Reiki, became a Reiki master, and hi Cheryl, thanks for joining. And in doing so, I all I wanted to do was heal myself and my children. I thought wherever we are in the desert or wherever, that I'll be able to heal them, because it's emotional heals. It's emotions that needs to be healed. Because else, if you don't and you keep it for long periods of time, you end up with a disease in the body, ending up in hospital or having different things that is wrong within the body, but it's the emotions that you hold in the body. And as you release the emotions that no longer serve you, then you can experience a total different experience. Draw different things into your life. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Karen. But it's all about emotions. So what we don't always realize is how heavy emotions is. And when clients come to me, I am able to help them release those heavy emotions. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Kerry. So when we release the heavy emotions, we can feel better. We feel lighter. And so clients will come into a healing session, and they'll tell me their story. I will trace where the blockages is, or what emotions is they're still holding on to, what misperceptions or misbeliefs that they still have, and then help them clear with that, release that, transmute that, heal that, where they actually have a total different experience in their life. It's in most cases it's life changing, because you no longer feel like a victim. You no longer feel like whatever you felt like. So in these sessions, if you have any questions for today, you can just drop me the questions on the notepad, and I'll just answer them as I'm guided to. So in my searching after my awakening, I then actually went to a guy called Pia. He helped me understand. Morning, Eva. Morning, Lilani. He helped me understand my dreams. So I would do dream analysis with him. I have a 4-year period between 2004 and 2008. I had about 44 dream journals. My Red Indian guides talked to me a lot in my dreams. And when I went to see him, he would connect to my higher self, who he said was a shaman, and to connect to my granny, who's my ancestral guide. And I was only in my 30s when I realized that my granny that passed away when I was 9 was still with me. And so they would share with me what my dreams meant, what they were trying to tell me, because dreams is very symbolic. Mine is. Sometimes you can have literal dreams, but it's mostly symbolic. And in understanding, doing that process for a 4-year period, I understood how spirit talks in symbolism, talks through pictures, talks through feelings, and how to listen to it, and how to interpret that, and what to make of it. And so, in the guided meditations that I was drawn to do with clients, lots of messages will come through in connecting with uh, with our guides, with our totem animals, and we have various guides. So we don't just have ancestral guides. We have guardian angels with us. Um, uh, we have archangels, angels, healer guides, master teachers and guides, star family, um, star people, guides, beautiful light beings. So depending on what your life purpose is and your life work is, you would have guides that would support that. And at times, clients would ask me to connect with their guides, and I will connect them with their guides, those that I was with them. And Yana, your question is your late mom with you, near you? So let me just ask quickly. So when I ask, I get a yes, and it is when we call upon those that have passed on, they are there. That's what I've learned from my personal experiences. So it's when you feel them, trust it. It's like the first time that I felt my granny. She was I was crying myself to sleep at night, and I was lying in the bed and just crying, and I could feel and sense somebody coming to sit next to me, but there was no person, and I wasn't sure what it was. So I got a fright, and I didn't respond appropriately because most of the time our response is out of fear. And as I in later time, I got to understand that it's her, and I knew she was just there to wipe the tears, to comfort, to hold, and that's how I got to understand that spirit is always there. We are never alone. Not even in our loneliest times are we alone. There's always those light beings that is with us, holding, guiding, protecting, intervening at times when it's needed to. And there's lots of my clients that have would relate personal experiences. So yeah, in with me, I have a number of guides. I've got my granny, who's an ancestral guide. Then I've got Red Eagle, Highway. I have Lutong, he's an acupuncture and a scribe when he was on the earth plane. Two Feathers, who's a Red Indian, Chief Red Sky, Lady Rosella. And then I've got Archangel Michael, I've got Archangel Raziel that works for me, I've got Lord Melchizedek. Sometimes they also have Thoth with me. So it is, I'm aware of the various guides that's with me, that helps me, and helps me in my light work. Just want to see what Sivana is saying. Sometimes we are in the, let's see, let me just get to that comment. Sometimes we are in relationships, whether it's a husband, a father, etc., or a reason, as you rightly said. For me, experiencing this trauma as a child, I could never understand why I was not equal to my siblings just because I was a girl. Now at the age of 70, I'm able to say thank you, yes, to the person that hurt me so. Yes, beautiful. All the good that came from this pain, yes, yes. For the person I have become as a result of it, yes. Beautiful, write your autobiography. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Bless you for the work that you've done and sharing. Thank you. Yeah, so if there's anybody else that has any questions, just pop them on the side and I will answer them as best as I can. So I was just mentioning that I help people connect with their guides, or with their ancestors, or with like the ancestral guides of their grannies, or whoever there was a strongest heart connection with. They usually come through. Or because I've got Archangel Michael with me, he mentioned that this is the fourth lifetime he helps me with my light work. He usually sends people that also have him as a companion. So or those with Red Indian guides, they get sent my way so that I can connect them to their Red Indian guides, or whatever. I find that whatever we connected to, people with similar wounds, similar interests, similar experiences, similar guides, similar whatever, they get guided to us. And it's my whole aim to just help them, inform them, connect them, and so forth. Yeah. So in my healing sessions, I have a number of healing modalities in my toolbox. So when a client comes to me, I would be drawn to what it is that they need, what it is that I need to do for them. So in a client in a one-on-one session, I would connect to my higher self and all my guides, and I will connect to their higher self and all their guides. And I would ask why it is that the client was sent to me, and I will follow the instructions. I will ask what I need to do for the client, and if it is a chakra balancing, I do a chakra balancing. If it is a bar session, I do a bar session. If it is that I need to do a light body activation to raise their vibrations, I do that. If it is to do a clearing, I do that. DNA activations, past life regressions, whatever it is that will help them shift from wherever they are. So it doesn't matter what your religious affiliation is, it doesn't matter what your belief systems is, it doesn't matter at what levels of consciousness you are. I help you to shift to the next level, shift and grow to the next level, to empower people. I don't try and create a dependency. I try and empower people, give them the tools to be able to help themselves, to understand what it is that throws their body out, what it is that throws their chakras out, or what it is that causes the dis-ease in their body. And as they have the understanding, they can change that either thought patterns or behaviors or feelings that causes that, because there's root cause emotions that makes somebody either ill or have a dis-ease or unhealthy or experiencing uh, bad cycles repetitively. So it is that it's to understand the law of attraction. So in my experience that I've shared with you, I had to understand, okay, so what was it that I attracted this experience into my life? And I realized that it took me 2 relationships to realize that it was a lack of self-love. So when you have a lack of self-love, um, you attract individuals that will come and mirror that lack to you. So relationships comes into our lives um, as a mirror, and it teaches us about ourselves. So sometimes you think you're not strong enough to do this, and then you go through an experience and you have to be strong, and then you realize you were the strength in the first place. So it whatever needs to come up and out of you from this experience, you learn from it. So when I started connecting with my guides, the first thing that they said was that I need to nurture myself. And I thought, nurture myself? That was very foreign to me at that age and stage. I actually went to the dictionary and opened it up and look, what is nurturing? Because we don't get to learn to nurture ourselves. You get to learn how to nurture parents or pets or children, everybody else, the whole world, but yourself. So, and it's not the same for everyone. Different people have different needs in nurturing. So I had to find out what it is that feeds my soul, what it is that makes me whole, that I can, because you can't give from an empty cup. You have to sort out your own life or your own things to be able to help others or to do that for them. So, and that is sort of what I help people with. So I'm just going to throw out, is there any questions, anything that anybody would like to share or ask or want me to explain or anything like that while you're online? Okay, so for those that's interested in the work that I do, I've put a link on the latest newsletter. In the link, you can also add your name to that, and you'll receive the updates that I send out of the work that is the group work that is done. For the month of October, I've got a special currently running to help with shifting people and shifting the emotions. So it is a chakra balancing and a bars combo. So let me just explain to you a little bit about a chakra balancing or why you could benefit by a chakra balancing. We've got various energy centers, and an energy center is called a chakra, and it spins in a cone-like fashion. So it goes through your various bodies. You've got the physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. And it's your auric field, it's your morphogenetic field, it's your subtle bodies is as much as part as your physical body. So it so when it spins, there's energy going into the chakra and energy going out of the chakra. So there's a healthy flow of energy, and that makes your organs, that energizes your organs. And when you have a healthy body and mind, especially mind and emotions, then you have a healthy body. So we have 7 major energy centers. At the base of your spine, you have your base chakra, and your base chakra is all about your roots, where you come from, the base emotions. It is about being grounded. It is about feeling a sense of belonging. So when the base chakra is open and spinning, it is that you will be grounded, you feel a sense of belonging. When it is closed, we close a base chakra with emotions. So the emotion that closes the base chakra is either fear or anger. When you hold on to fear or anger, it closes your base chakra. And then you feel not a sense of belonging. The next chakra up is your sacral chakra. And your sacral chakra is all about sensuality and sexuality. It's where codes of honor and ethics sits. It's where finances sit. So when you hold any emotion, for instance, guilt within your sacral chakra, morning, Gordon, thanks for joining. When you're holding on to guilt, for instance, guilt for what's done, not done, said, not said, then it closes the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is also where our creative center and things that your creative projects won't flow. You won't do it you won't find joy in the things that you used to do. So it's to make sure that that chakra is open. The next chakra up is your solar plexus chakra, which is just above your navel. And that is your power center. So that is where you either feel powerful or where you feel powerless. The emotion that closes your solar plexus chakra, for instance, is shame. Feeling ashamed or being shamed or anything that caused you shame. And it can be something that somebody said, like how people responded. It affects you, how you see yourself. So your self-worth, self-image, self-esteem is within your solar plexus chakra. And that's your power center. So that is where you will feel powerless or hollow feeling in your solar plexus chakra. It is or tight feeling. It affects your digestive system, so you'll either have irritable bowel syndrome or some digestive problems if your solar plexus chakra isn't open. The next chakra up is your heart center, and that's in the center of your chest. And that is all about relationships, emotions in that relationships, about devotion, depression, loneliness, unexpressed grief and sadness closes that heart chakra. And it can be for a loss of a pet, a loss of a lifestyle, a loss of a person, a loss of your innocence, your childhood, whatever it is that you hold within the heart, or any unforgiveness that you hold in the heart that affects your heart chakra. So it is to clear that so that your heart center can be healthy because it's linked to your lungs and to your heart. So you'll either, when a heart chakra is not operating as it should, you'll either have breathing problems or heart palpitations or heart problems because of unexpressed emotions that you still hold there. And then I help people release that from their heart center. And then the next chakra is your throat chakra, and it's at the base of your neck, and it's all about communication or issues in communication or miscommunication or so it's lies that closes the throat chakra, either lies that's been told to you or you're telling yourself lies. So it is when a person continually lies to you, you can You can take it and take it and take it, and later on you can't swallow their lines anymore. So it would affect your throat chakra. It will sit here. It's like you feel like you want to vomit, or when you need to speak up and you don't. There will be itchy, scratchy feeling in your throat, or when you um, yeah, so anything around communication will affect your throat and throat area, and it's to listen to what your body is telling you. So if your body is not happy in an area, it's trying to catch your attention. It's trying to tell you, hey, you're holding on to emotions that no longer serves you, and it's to release that. The next chakra up is your third eye, and your third eye is all about intuition. It's where you can trust your senses, you can trust your hunches. It's veils of illusion that closes our third eye. And then the last one is our crown chakra, and the crown chakra is the one that you connect to your guides to source to. And when you go through different difficult experiences, it's like you closing the bottom chakras because you want to escape and want to go up. So one of the worst cases that I've ever come across was there was a guy from the south coast. His wife phoned me, and she said that she, that the Monday he just became lame and he couldn't walk anymore, and he's been to doctors, to MRIs, to CAT scans, to everything, and there was no medical reason why he could not walk. So it was to ask. She asked me, "Can I help him?" And so I connected with my guys and I said, "Can I help him?" And I got yes. And I still didn't know necessarily how I'm going to help him, but I knew that if they say yes, I will, because I've got their support. So as he came, she brought him with a wheelchair to me, and I did the interview, the consultation, and I asked him to tell me his story. Um, and I realized it was all just emotional blockages. And when I asked her what I need to do, I need to clear his chakras. So in the first session, it was about a 3 hour session, which I helped him release all the emotions that he held within the base chakra, within the root chakra, all the fears, all the anxieties, all the stresses, all the strains, all that. And as he released and cleared the base chakra, um, it took about 3 hours. He was subbing uncontrollably. It was just pouring out of him. After that session, I just saw a little twitch in his leg, and then he went back into his wheelchair. I asked my guides when he needs to come again, and they said in 3 days' time. I asked him to come in 3 days' time, and he did. And again, but this time he walked with assistance. He could walk with a crutch. Didn't have to be in the wheelchair anymore. After that experience, we cleared the other of his chakras, and then I asked when does he need to come again, and I got him 3 days time, and he did, and he walked without assistance. He was fighting fit. I just balanced everything again, and I never saw him again because everything was well with him. So I have seen so many times the consequences of holding the emotions, and people don't always realize what the emotions are or how to release it. So I help them with that. In the other half of my October special is I also run the bars. So bars is access consciousness. It's where you work with the mind into clearing the false beliefs, the judgments, the old cellular patterns, programs, and memories that no longer serves you. It is you use clearing statements and you touch certain points of the head, which clears the consciousness on those for those people. So with that, it is where you get 2 healing sessions, a chakra balancing and access bar session, where you clear the emotional, when I say baggage and limited beliefs that you have, as well as clear all the emotions from the chakras in order for you to start experiencing life totally different, lighter, to realize in the wonder of what else is possible. What else can you do? How can life get any better than this? What would it take for you to experience the life that you dream of? So that is something that I'm very excited about and have been helping people with. Also, on the first Sunday of each month, I do development circles where I open with a prayer. We do a guided meditation where you get guidance and you feel connected and you feel that oneness. You feel the unconditional love that is being shared with you. It lifts your vibration, it lifts your energies. And we share that. We then do a spiritual reading. We read from a spiritual book, and then each gives our own insight and interpretations of that spiritual messages that we've shared. It's beautiful because everybody gets to share in it. We do spiritual reading, card reading, practicing how to understand the messages that come through, see the appropriateness of that, and also receive the guidance that's available. We then also do spiritual healing or ESP, where you connect with another person and you practice using your third eye, practice telepathy, practice seeing, feeling, experiencing, and sharing that. And in that safe, small circle environment of like-minded people, you develop spiritually, and you develop and you realize all that is within you, because it's like practicing and exercising a muscle. Either you, if you don't use it, you don't know what's possible. But if you start using it, you can see all that is possible. And then the third Sunday of each month, I, in conjunction with Paul, we do consciousness, collective conscious talks, get-togethers, where we try and shift collective consciousness. That's a free event, and it's at different venues where we have a single-minded intent of shifting the collective consciousness. It's a beautiful experience to partake in, to participate in, to learn from. So I invite you to come and join us in those. The details you'll see in my newsletter. And then the last thing that I'm excited about, at the end of the month, I'm doing the Archangel Attunement certification course for people. And it is where I'll take people through connecting with the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Joviel, Archangel Shamiel, Archangel Zadkiel and Raziel, and their divine feminine counterparts, where you have sort of a personal experience of connecting with those through the invocations, through the guided meditations, through the attunements, and through the affirmations that you get. You'll get a certificate at the end of the course, as well as an ebook that you can connect with these beautiful beings on a personal basis. I just want to see, Candace, you said that if you feel there's something that you need to do before you come to the Archangel workshop, not sure what, maybe a chakra balancing or connecting with your guides. Thanks for that message, Candace. You can, I'll WhatsApp you. We'll connect and we'll see what it is that you need in preparation for that. I'll be in contact with you. Thank you for your message. We're going to see if there's anything else that I've missed that I need to explain. Okay. So if there's any other questions, just throwing it up there once more. Anything you would like me to explain? Okay. So I thank you for connecting. I thank you for viewing, and I thank you for being part of this. You'll find my details in the links, or you can look at my work at www.portalofalchemy.com, or you can go to my Facebook page where I put all the events, and it is Portal of Alchemy page, and there you can see the various events and workshops and work that I do. But for the one-on-one sessions, you'll find all those details on my website with my fees. And if you're drawn to it and drawn to my work, I look forward to meeting you and seeing you and helping you to connect, to understand, to grow, to prosper, to be all that you can be. So thank you for this time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And I bid you the most beautiful, magical day. Bye for now.